Okay, so for 2025, I decided to start recording my French lessons and probably posting them on TikTok. So this morning, I've decided to do over a lesson that I did before, which is asking questions. So this is just my video record of me doing my French because I want to be able to check back my progress, which from the 2nd of Jan 2025 to the end of December 2025. God willing, I live to see the end of December. So this morning I'm doing asking questions. So I'm not really going to be engaging with the camera as much. I'm just going to be doing the lesson. And if in between I engage with the camera, I engage. But this is just for me. And if somebody sees this video and it helps them, then by all means, share it, use it. Again, it's for me, but I want to use a community to help keep me accountable. So let's go. So I'm using the Rocket language application, which has helped me progress my French a lot so far. And this morning I'm doing asking questions. So yeah. Bonjour, it's time to learn how to ask questions in French. Today we'll show you how, and we'll also cover key question words so that you can start asking things of your French speaking French. All about asking. You may already have noticed that there are multiple different ways to put together questions in French. In fact, there are three main ones. You can do it by adding a questioning intonation to a statement, using the phrase est-ce que, inverting the question. The list of methods goes from least formal to most formal. Although the difference in formality between them isn't huge, it just means that you can feel comfortable using the intonation method in casual conversation, but probably shouldn't do it in a job interview. Similarly, if you're writing a formal letter or email, it would be best to use the inversion method. Excuse me. This method with est-ce que, on the other hand, fits pretty much any situation. Note that the way in which we've described formality here applies to most of France in general. In different regions within France, though, and within different countries around the world, impressions may differ. In Canada, for instance, it is very common for people to invert questions in casual conversations. Now let's find out how to create questions using each of these methods. The intonation method. This way of creating a question is pretty simple. All you need to do is take a statement and raise the pitch of your voice at the end of it, just like you can in English. Il est malade, which is he is sick.
Il est malade.
Time to work on my pronunciation. Il est malade. This is good. Il est malade.
Il est malade.
Il est malade. Note though that this method is used far more often in French than it is in English. As a result, using it in some situations may feel a little strange at first. Check out the examples below. Tu aimes ce film?
Tu aimes ce film?
Tu aimes ce film? Which is, do you like this movie? Tu aimes ce film? Good pronunciation. Vous avez soif? Which is the formal way of saying, are you thirsty? Vous avez soif?
Vous avez soif?
Okay, normally I play it back to check my pronunciation, just to make sure that it's correct. So just to give you context, you play the recording, you hear your pronunciation, but also you say what is being said as well, to work on your pronunciation, and in the application it registered to see if your pronunciation was correct. So yeah. Il arrive maintenant. Ils arrivent maintenant. Ils arrivent maintenant, I think it's that.
Ils arrivent maintenant.
Ils arrivent maintenant. Okay. Ils arrivent maintenant. Ils arrivent maintenant. Ils arrivent maintenant. Are they arriving now? Ils arrivent maintenant. Are they arriving now? Is ils arrivent maintenant. Ils arrivent maintenant. Are they arriving now? Ils arrivent maintenant. Ils arrivent maintenant. Ils arrivent maintenant.
Ils arrivent maintenant.
Ils arrivent maintenant. Okay. Ils arrivent maintenant. Are they arriving now? On mange bientôt. On mange bientôt. Are we eating soon? On mange bientôt.
On mange bientôt.
On mange bientôt? All right, the questioning tone. On mange bientôt? Are we eating soon? On mange bientôt? Good pronunciation. Bientôt? Let's play it again. On mange bientôt? On mange bientôt? Elle parle bien français. Elle parle bien français.
Elle parle bien français.
Elle parle bien français.
Elle parle bien français.
Elle parle bien français. Elle parle bien français. Good pronunciation. Elle parle bien français. Let's play that again. Elle parle bien français. Elle parle bien français. Okay. The est-ce que method. The phrase est-ce que looks a little formidable, and it may not be pronounced exactly how you'd expect. Have a listen to it below and try to repeat it to yourself.
Est-ce que?
Est-ce que? Est-ce que? Est-ce que, which translates to is it that. Notice how the E sounds in S becomes shorter here, and it blends together with the S sound in se. French people are speaking quickly. When French people are speaking quickly, this entire phrase can actually be reduced to a sound that's a bit like esque or even sk. So, what does this strange phrase mean and how does it work? Let's break it down. S is the il, elle, on form of être to be. So you already know that it means is. S is the il, elle, on form of être to be. So you already know that it means is. Se, this is a type of pronoun that we haven't talked about yet. It can mean this, that, or it in a neutral way. We'll talk about it more later on in the course. For now, just be aware that it means it in this phrase. Que, this means that, as in the word that we're discussing. Que, this means that, as in the word that we're discussing. So altogether, est-ce que means is it that. If you want to create a question, all you need to do is add this phrase to the beginning of a statement. Take a look. Il est malade.
Il est malade.
Let's do it again. Il est malade. Okay. The question is, est-ce qu'il est malade?
Est-ce qu'il est malade?
Okay. Est-ce qu'il est malade? Okay, let's listen. Est-ce qu'il est malade? Okay, let's play it again. Est-ce qu'il est malade? Est-ce qu'il est malade? Okay. As you can see, it's not too tricky. You don't even have to change the word order. So, est-ce qu'il est malade is he sick? Il est malade is he is sick. But if you're asking it if you want to ask a question, obviously, you would ask it in a questionable tone, which would be il est malade, and not il est malade, which is more of a statement. But if you want to ask a question in French using the est-ce que method, you would say est-ce qu'il est malade? Est-ce qu'il est malade? Keep in mind, though, that the que, that, is one of those words that has to undergo elision, the elision, when it's followed by a word starting with a vowel. This means that you'll need to drop the E and replace it with an apostrophe forming QU, like in the example above. Okay, we've put together some more examples for practice below. To keep things as clear as possible, we're using the same sentences as before. So before I continue, let me read that again. As you can see, it's not too tricky. You don't even have to change the word order. Keep in mind, though, that the que, which is Q-U-E, which is that in English, is one of those words that has to undergo the elision, when it's followed by a word starting with a vowel. This means that you'll need to drop the E at the end of the Q-U-E and replace it with an apostrophe forming Q-U apostrophe, like in the example above. So in the example above, est-ce que, which is E-S-T-C-E, QU, it should be E, but because il, I is a vowel, in French, you drop the E at the end of the QU, E, and you add an apostrophe. So an apostrophe replaces the E, and a new word is formed, which is qu'il, which means, which still means, is he sick? Storage is low, tough to manage. Wish. Okay, let's go on to the sentences. Est-ce que tu aimes ce film? Est-ce que tu aimes ce film? Do you like this movie? Est-ce que tu aimes ce film?
Est-ce que tu aimes ce film?
Est-ce que tu aimes ce film? Which is, do you like this movie? You could have said, tu aimes ce film? Do you like this movie? But est-ce que tu aimes ce film? It works the same. Est-ce que tu aimes ce film? Okay. Est-ce que vous avez soif?
Est-ce que vous avez soif?
Which is, are you thirsty? Est-ce que vous avez soif?
Est-ce que vous avez soif?
Okay. Est-ce que vous avez soif? The reason I did it over because I said, est-ce que vous avez soif? And it's not soif, it's soif. Est-ce que vous avez soif? Est-ce que vous avez soif? Okay. Est-ce que qu'ils arrivent maintenant? Est-ce que qu'ils arrivent maintenant? Est-ce que qu'ils arrivent maintenant?
Est-ce qu'ils arrivent maintenant?
Ooh, I said, est-ce que qu'ils arrivent maintenant? Est-ce qu'ils arrivent maintenant? Because the est-ce que is no longer there. Est-ce qu'ils arrivent maintenant? Est-ce qu'ils arrivent maintenant? Just listen. Est-ce qu'ils arrivent maintenant? Let's play it again. Est-ce qu'ils arrivent maintenant? Okay. Est-ce qu'on mange bientôt? Est-ce qu'on mange bientôt? Because we are eating. You drop the E. It's an apostrophe replaces the E. Est-ce qu'on mange bientôt? Est-ce qu'on mange bientôt?
Est-ce qu'on mange bientôt?
Okay. Est-ce qu'on mange bientôt? Are we eating soon? Let's listen. Est-ce qu'on mange bientôt? Est-ce qu'on mange bientôt? Est-ce qu'elle parle bien français? Est-ce qu'elle parle bien français? Est-ce qu'elle parle bien français?
Est-ce qu'elle parle bien français?
Est-ce qu'elle parle bien français? Est-ce qu'elle parle bien français? Good pronunciation, let's listen. Est-ce qu'elle parle bien français? Okay. So we're going on to the different method, the inversion method. This final way of creating a question involves flipping the word order a little. The subject pronoun, i.e., the pronoun for the person or the thing doing the action, trades places with the verb, i.e., the action. It might sound tricky, but you actually do the same thing in English when you make questions with verbs like to be. Check it out. Il est malade.
Il est malade.
Which is the normal way that we would have been asking questions before. Il est malade, which is more of a statement in this context. But to do the inversion method of asking questions in French, il est malade will change to est-il malade, I think.
Est-il malade?
Okay. Est-il malade, which is he sick? Est-il malade? Okay. Fairly simple and straightforward. Est-il malade? Okay, let's listen. Est-il malade? Let's play it again. Est-il malade? Est-il malade? Not too bad, right? The only major visible difference is that you need to include a hyphen in French, as you can see above. But because French is French, you'll also have to think about la liaison, the liaison. With this question method, remember la liaison must always occur between pronouns and verbs. And this still applies even when the verb comes first. That's why in the sentence above, you can hear the unusually silent T in et. It has to become audible because it is followed by a vowel initial pronoun, which is il. And when you think about it, est-il would be pretty hard to say without la liaison. This is true. Now let's get some more practice with this kind of question method. Once again, we'll use the same sentences as before. Aimes-tu ce film? Which before it was tu aimes ce film or est-ce que tu aimes ce film? Now you put the verb first aime, which is to like. Tu ce film. Aimes-tu ce film? Aimes-tu ce film?
Aimes-tu ce film?
Okay. Aimes-tu ce film?
Aimes-tu ce film?
Aimes-tu ce film? Aimes-tu ce film? Okay. Aimes-tu ce film? Let's play it again. Aimes-tu ce film? Okay, in a more questionable way. Aimes-tu ce film? Aimes-tu ce film? Okay. So, avez-vous soif? Are you thirsty? Avez-vous soif?
Avez-vous soif?
Avez-vous soif? Are you thirsty? Avez-vous soif? Vous avez soif? Avez-vous soif? So the inversion method would be avez-vous soif? Avez-vous soif? Avez-vous soif? Arrivont-ils maintenant? Arrivont-ils maintenant? Arrivont-ils maintenant? You pronounce the T because il starts with a vowel. Arrivont-ils maintenant? Arrivont-ils maintenant?
Arrive-t-il maintenant?
I was wrong. Arrive-t-il maintenant? Arrive-t-il maintenant?
Arrive-t-il maintenant?
Arrive-t-il maintenant? Let's pronounce it. Arrive-t-il maintenant? Are they arriving now?
Arrive-t-il maintenant?
Arrive-t-il maintenant? Arrive-t-il maintenant?
Arrive-t-il maintenant?
Arrive-t-il maintenant? Arrive-t-il maintenant? C'est pas grave. Arrive-t-il maintenant? Okay. Mange-t-on bientôt? This one is a bit different. Mange-t-on bientôt?
Mange-t-on bientôt?
Mange-t-on bientôt? Mange-t-on bientôt? No, that wasn't good. Mange-t-on bientôt? Why is it coming up? Mange-t-on gâteau?
Mange-t-on bientôt?
Mange-t-on bientôt? Bientôt. Mange-t-on bientôt? Why is it saying mange-t-on gâteau? Mange-t-on bientôt?
Mange-t-on bientôt?
Bientôt. Mange-t-on bientôt? Mange-t-on bientôt? Okay, good. Mange-t-on bientôt? It's a rough bientôt. Mange-t-on bientôt? Mange-t-on bientôt? Mange-t-on bientôt? Are we eating soon? Parle-t-il bien français?
Parle-t-elle bien français?
Parle-t-elle? Non, parle-t-il? Parle-t-elle bien français? Parle-t-elle bien français? Okay, pronunciation. Parle-t-elle bien français? Let's listen to it again. Parle-t-elle bien français? Parle-t-elle bien français? So far, so good. Did you hear the T in arrive become audible because of la liaison with il? Have another listen if you missed it.
Arrive-t-il maintenant?
Arrive-t-il maintenant? Okay. But wait, there's something strange going on with mange-t-on bientôt? Are we eating soon? And parle-t-elle bien français? Does she speak French well? Where did those T's come from? This one more sneaky. Liaison related rule when it comes to inverted questions. If a verb ends in a vowel, even if that vowel is silent, and is followed by a pronoun that starts with a vowel sound, then you'll need to add a T between the two words to keep them from blending together awkwardly. To see why this happens, try saying mangeons and parlez out loud to yourself quickly. Mangeons. It sounds like mangeons, which would be attached to nous mangeons. Parlez. Okay. Can you hear how it sounds a little strange? The words simply blend together too well. and they become difficult to pronounce clearly and quickly. But if you add a T between them, marche ton bientôt, and parle-t-elle, it becomes easy. Here are a few more examples for you to practice with. Aimes-tu l'appartement? No, not aimes-tu. Aime-t-il l'appartement? Aime-t-il l'appartement?
Aime-t-il l'appartement?
Aime-t-il l'appartement? Aime-t-il l'appartement? Does he like the apartment? Aime-t-il l'appartement?
Aime-t-il l'appartement?
Aime-t-il l'appartement? Let's try to pronounce it. Aime-t-il l'appartement? Aime-t-il l'appartement?
Aime-t-il l'appartement?
Aime-t-il? Aime-t-il? Aime-t-il l'appartement? Okay, that's much better. Aime-t-il l'appartement? Drag it a bit. Aime-t-il l'appartement? Good, let's listen. Aime-t-il l'appartement? Okay, let's listen again. Aime-t-il l'appartement? Because M ends with a vowel and il starts with a vowel. So aime-t-il, the T has to go in between when you're using inversion type of questions. Rêve-t-il de voyager? Non, rêve-t-elle de voyager? Rêve-t-elle de voyager?
Rêve-t-elle de voyager?
Rêve-t-elle, it's a bit shorter.
Rêve-t-elle de voyager?
Rêve-t-elle de voyager? Rêve-t-elle de voyager? No, it's coming off as rêve-t-elle. So, rêve-t-elle de voyager is, does she dream of traveling? Voyager is travel. De is of or from. Elle is she. Rêve-t-elle? Rêve-t-elle?
Rêve-t-elle de voyager?
Okay. Rêve-t-elle de voyager? Good pronunciation. Rêve-t-elle de voyager? Okay, play it again. Rêve-t-elle de voyager? Rêve-t-elle de voyager? Okay. A-t-on assez de temps? A-t-on assez de temps? Do we have enough time? Is a-t-on assez de temps?
A-t-on assez de temps?
A-t-on assez de temps?
A-t-on assez de temps?
A-t-on assez de temps? Do we have enough time? A-t-on assez de temps? No, I came across as a-t-on. A-t-on?
A-t-on assez de temps? A-t-on assez de temps?
A-t-on, okay. A-t-on assez de temps? Okay. A-t-on assez de temps? It's coming across as a-t-on. A-t-on assez de temps? A-t-on?
A-t-on assez de temps?
A-t-on? A-t-on assez de temps? Assez de temps is perfect. My pronunciation is assez de temps, perfect. A-t-on? A-t-on comes across as attendre. Attendre, which is like waiting. And I'm trying to say, do we? So a-t-on? A-t-on? Let's listen again.
A-t-on assez de temps?
A-t-on assez de temps? Try one more time. A-t-on assez de temps? It's still registering as a-t-on, just waiting. But I think if I am talking to a French speaker, depending on the context, a-t-on assez de temps, I believe they will understand. And if not, they could always help me with my pronunciation. It's important to also note that this rule makes the phrase il y a, there is, there are look pretty different in inverted questions. It becomes y a-t-il? Y a-t-il du courrier dans la boîte aux lettres? Y a-t-il du courrier dans la boîte aux lettres? Y a-t-il du courrier dans la boîte aux lettres? So let's listen.
Y a-t-il du courrier dans la boîte aux lettres?
Y a-t-il, not y a-t-il, y a-t-il du courrier dans la boîte aux lettres? Y a-t-il du courrier dans la boîte aux lettres? Is there any mail in the mailbox? Y a-t-il du courrier dans la boîte aux lettres? Let's try my pronunciation. Y a-t-il du courrier dans la boîte aux lettres? Okay, let's listen. Y a-t-il du courrier dans la boîte aux lettres? Y a-t-il du courrier dans la boîte aux lettres? Y a-t-il du courrier dans la boîte aux lettres? If all of this seems too complicated right now, that's fine. You can always just stick to the other two question methods, which is the regular asking a question, il est malade, par exemple. You just change your intonation. And the other one is, est-ce que il est malade? No. Est-ce qu'il est malade? Because est-ce que, the Q-U, E, you drop the E, you add an apostrophe because the pronoun starts with a vowel as well. So, est-ce qu'il est malade? Okay. Major question words. Now that you've finished learning how to put questions together, let's move on to a question word. You'll probably remember going over English 5 W's and 1 H in school. Who, what, when, where, why, 5 W's, 1 H. These are the main question words in English, and they exist in French too. Take a look. Qui, which is who.
Qui,
Qui, who. Que, what, at the start of a sentence. So que at the start of a sentence in French is what? Que.
que,
Que. Que. Alright. Quoi, what, alone or at the end of a sentence. Quoi.
quoi,
Quoi. Quoi.